the lion's share if you do not have a lion's heart. Welcome to Flip the Pages. My name is Taiwo, and this is Flip the Pages. On this YouTube channel, I come from time to time with amazing books written by phenomenal authors all around the world. I read such great books and I take time to pick treasures from them. Then I come here to share the treasures that I got from such books. This is the second episode of a series that I started last week. The title of the series is Michelle Obama's Toolbox. Today I want to talk about a topic that I have titled The Audacity to Kill Dragons. And in this video, I'll be talking about the nuggets that I took from an amazing book that I took time to read not quite long ago. The title of the book is The Light We Carry, written by Michelle Obama. Like I said in my first video, I said I wish I could meet the author to give her a warm hug. Why will I say that? Because she did a pretty amazing work writing this book. The book is very practical. The book is written in very plain language. And reading through the book, you will discover that every human being, every one of us, there is something connecting all of us together. And that is the fact that there is light inside each and every one of us. There is a light indeed that all of us that we carry. I carry a certain light, you carry your light, and by the time we light each one another's candle, the whole world will be immersed in light. The light we carry is something that cuts across. There is light in each and every one of us. It now it's now left to us to discover that light and see where it is relevant in the world. Now, talking about Michelle Obama's toolbox, this book, according to the author, is the tools that she has taken time to discover and to use over the years, and how such tools have impacted her life, her marriage, her career, and every other part of our life. In the first episode, I talked about the fact that there is need for us at a point in time to lean on different kings because there is going to be a time that we will need support, and it's perfectly okay for us at a time or another to need support. Like I said earlier on this episode, I'm going to talk about the audacity to kill dragons. You know, when we look at the author and we look at her life, we all want to do something remarkable. We all want to do something historical. But reading the book, she said that at that point when her husband told her about his desires to run for presidency, she was scared to her. At that point when her husband wanted to run for the presidency, she was scared. She thought of a lot of reasons, the fact that she will no longer enjoy a private life, and the fact that her life will be in the open for everybody to scrutinize. And she was thinking of how she could navigate that effectively, and that was what got her worried and afraid. And at a point, she told herself to face that dragon and kill it. And we know the end result of that decision. Like they say, the rest is history. What are the treasures that I took along the line of killing your dragons? Now, relating to the topic concerning having the audacity to kill dragons, what are the treasures that I took from this book? The first thing I took away from the point of combating the things that we are scared of is the fact that each of us and all of us, without an exception, we all have our dragons. There are things that we are all scared of confronting. There is an exam that you do not even want to think about registering for because you are not so sure of passing that examination. There is a move that you should have taken, but you are looking at the pros and cons. You feel that the cons outweigh the pros, and you are scared of taking taking that step. We all have things, that keep us awake at night. Sometimes we have a lot of issues that we feel we cannot handle. We have dragons, and in this book, I discover that the moment you make up your mind to go for it, the universe will connive to supply everything that you need to get the job done. You should, to that end, have the audacity to confront and slay your dragons. Let me read something quickly from this book to show you that indeed we all have our dragons, each and every one of us. Was the dragon that this author had to battle with before she came into limelight? Let's read something briefly. In this book, I'm on page 60 and I read, I think the most anxious I've ever been in my life was when Barack told me for the first time that he wanted to run for president of the United States. I found the prospect of it actually terrifying. According to this author, the mere thought of her husband running for presidency was terrifying. It was something she didn't want to think about. It was something she couldn't even think of embracing and winning. There are things that we think we cannot embrace. There are things that we think we cannot win. There are battles that we don't even want to confront because we think that there is no way we can win the battle and come back home with goodies. We all have dragons, like I said, and we need to have the audacity to go for it. You think it is difficult? Just have the audacity to attempt it. You think you can't get it done? Just face your fears and go for it. You think you are not going to succeed at it? Why not give it a try? There is a dragon that is scaring the hell out of every human being on the face of the earth. To that end, you need to determine that you are going to go for that which you find terrifying. And you never can tell. You might just be the next winner in that field. You need the audacity to face and slay your dragons. You never can tell. And I have discovered something that there is actually more to each and every one of us. We think we cannot go beyond point five, but deep down on the inside of us is that strong power, the residual power to go beyond point 10 and move on to point 100. There are a lot of things that you can achieve if only you try a little bit. There are a million and one things that you can conquer if you can only have the audacity to even think about overcoming that thing. You need to start thinking about the dragons in your life and how you can face and slay them. Have the audacity to slay dragons. If you read about great people, people who changed the course of their nation, people who created something valuable for the human race, people who became phenomena because they did something exceptional. These are people who question the norm. These are people who think as if there is no box. They do not only think outside the box, they actually think as if there is no box whatsoever. They think as if there is no box whatsoever. They have the courage, they have the audacity to confront that dragon, and they have the tenacity to slay the dragon. You need to have the audacity to slay dragons. Like I said, there are things common to each and every one of us, things that scare us to our marrows. Now, the second thing I got thinking about having the audacity to kill your dragons is this. What if the author, when her husband wanted to run for the presidency, she said she was terrified, but later giving it the second thought, she told herself, um, let me give, let me support him. Let's give it a shot. Let's see how it goes. And that was how history was rewritten. What if that thing that you've been afraid to tackle is what is going to change the trajectory of your life. What if that thing that you are afraid to surmount is what you were actually born to achieve? What if you look at it carefully, you will discover that it is better to attempt something and fail at it than sit back comfortably, than sit down comfortably without attempting anything and not failing at anything. Failure is proof that you are making moves to go forward. Failing at something shows that you have the audacity to even think of slaying your dragons. If you have never fallen before, if you have never failed at anything before, if there is no story of I fell, I stumbled, I didn't get it right concerning you, it means you have settled for less. I want you to carefully and critically look at your life. Is everything perfect? Is everything okay? Are you winning everything? That's not a good sign. If you have not failed at something, it means you are not thinking of rising above the level you are in currently. What if things could change if only you try harder? What if? Now, regarding that what if and how the authors got the courage to overcome the initial fear, let's read something in this book. I'm going to read from page 62 and 63. Let's go. More than anything, I didn't want to live with the alternative version of that story. I didn't want to be a family that sat around the dinner table talking about the path not taken or what might have been. I didn't want to someday have to tell my daughters that there had been a time when their dad might have become president. I discovered that one of the things that gave her the audacity to step into the fear of the unknown is the fear of failing our children, failing the next generation. She didn't want to tell them the story of what could have been. I want you to sit back and think of your life, think of yourself, and look at the future. What kind of story do you want to tell the next generation? What kind of story do you want to tell your children? What kind of story do you want to tell your grandchildren? Do you want to look back and tell them that I did that? I surmounted that mountain and I climbed it and I came out victorious. Or you want to tell them that I thought I could do it, but I was paralyzed with fear. What if you could actually succeed if you embark on that mission? That is one of the ways to have the audacity to kill your dragons. She dared. She thought it could happen to her. She thought if I don't do it, if I do it and I fail, it's okay. I will just tell my children that we tried but it didn't work out. I think that's a better version to tell your children than for them to know that you took a comfort lane without even taking the initiative to face that dragon. Let them know that at a point I faced that dragon and I got bruises and I couldn't finish it. But I made the attempt. That is still better than telling them that you were scared and you did not even try to initiate that move. I don't know what you are trying to do. I don't know the height that you think is unattainable for you. I want you to make a move today. I want you to go for it. I want you to take that step. I want you to face that fear and look at that dragon in the face and tell the dragon, I'm going to get you down. I want you to tell yourself that I have the capacity to do great things. Tell yourself that you have the capacity to do amazing things. What if things eventually work out in your favor? Just what if? That's the second thing, the second treasure that I caught from this book regarding the audacity to face your dragons. Thank you so very much for being a part of this episode. I do really appreciate it. I want to implore you to kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel, help my channel to grow. Feel free to share any of my videos and do not forget to click on the like button. In the same way, if you want to write a book and you don't want to go about it, you want to edit your book, you want to proofread, or you want to write a biography and you do not know how to go about it, I am a bookpreneur. That is what I do. I write book for busy people. I write book for people who have the sketches of idea but they do not have the time or the expertise to put pen to paper and get it down in a book format. I enjoy reading, I enjoy writing, I enjoy talking about books. If you want to work on your book, I'll be more than eager to connect with you. My email addresses are on the screen. Feel free to get in touch with me and let's create magic and change the world one book at a time. In the same way, I have a second YouTube channel, and the name of that channel is A Well Watered Garden. The channel is dedicated to faith and lifestyle content. I would like you to check it out. You just might get something wonderful to listen to as well. Now, let's continue with the video. So far, I've been talking about having the audacity to slay dragons, and I talked about the fact that to every human on the face of the earth, there is something they find intimidating, and that is okay. But let's take it from that point. I said it's okay to be afraid, but why not give it a try? Why not just try to attempt that thing? You just might be lucky. I said, what if? What if everything worked together in your favor and you just get that thing done? What if you could pass that exam? What if this could work out? What if, rather than think of two reasons why this cannot or will not work out, why not think about a million and one reasons of other things that can happen if those things work out? What if? Now, what's the third point concerning having the audacity to face your dragons? The third thing that I got regarding the audacity to face dragons is the fact that you need to anticipate and embrace change. That is something that I got from this book. The light we carry. Live in constant anticipation that life is not going to work according to your meticulous calculation and strategic planning. You need to know that there are a lot of things that you never bargained for that will crop up and you have to move on in spite. This book talks extensively about thriving in spite, moving on despite. That means there are a lot of things that they were never part of the original plan, but in order for you to rewrite history in your life and in the lives of the people that are dear to you, you must get to the point of anticipating and embracing change. Being prepared ahead of time regarding this will give you the audacity to embrace whatever comes to you in the form of dragons. You know that there are a lot of things that could come as you journey through life. Regarding the author, she never saw herself in that light. She never thought of going into politics with her husband, but along the line, it came on their journey and she thought of why not? What if? So we need to think about why not and what if. We need to think about the changes that could come as we journey through life. As long as those changes are going to add to you, as long as they are going to impact humanity, as long as they are going to influence the human society in a positive way, why not and if not? And with that, I've come to the end of the second episode of Michelle Obama's Toolbox. Thank you so much for being in my space. I want to read your comments regarding the things that you think you cannot surmount, those things that look so insurmountable to you at the moment, or what are those things that in the past they look so insurmountable and you feel that there is no way you can triumph over them, but in one way or the other, the moment you confronted such issues, you were able to come out excellently. I would like to read your comments in the comment section. Let's encourage one another in this community. Let's challenge one another to greatness. In addition to that, let me know where you are listening from. I'll be more than excited to read your comments. Thanks so much for being in my corner. Thank you so much for being in my space. I do not in any way take it lightly. Thank you and bye for now.